So it's a good little tip you guys should see. As we see FoRePLayy pick up a wonderful headshot before they will FoRePLayy. And FoRePLayy is continuing to dominate everyone right now.
What up, channel? It's FoRePLayy, and this is the Pro Scene number 32. As always, I'm here with Sharp, and today's topic is how to try people out for your team. A lot of people hit us up like, hey, I don't know how to try people out. I don't know how to get people to fit into our system or try to find players that fit into what our team runs. So if you submitted this question, then this question is definitely for you guys. Sharp, if you want to go ahead and start about what role they're looking for, and then maybe work on their schedule a little bit, and then I'll definitely come in and give my tips.
All right, so you need to make sure that the player you're picking up is going to fit the role that your team needs. You don't need 3 Slayers running around. So obviously, if you have 2 good Slayers, don't go for another Slayer. Look for an objective player. If you already have an objective player, don't look for an objective player. Look for maybe a support player, and just so on. Look for the role that your team needs. And also, when you're looking at a player, look at their schedule. You don't want to pick someone up that is going to be bugging you all the time to play. I mean, that is a good thing, but someone that's just going to leave, have the history of leaving teams because they want to play 24/7 and not giving one a break. But also, you don't want to have someone who's just going to join the team and never get on and be like, oh, I got work, I'm hanging out with friends all weekend, I'm not going to be on, and such and such. So, just kind of pick up someone that has sort of the same schedule as you and the rest of the teammates.
Also, touching on what role your team needs. For example, if your Slayers are not top-tier Slayers, which means like they're not the best of the best, then you might need to find an OBJ player that is more capable of getting those clutch kills and winning multiple gunfights, because some OBJ players or objective players are just down and back. Like, they have good routes. They'll just, for example, run through like long haul and then be able to scoop a flag and get out of there, while others are able to scoop a couple clutch kills that are needed just if your Slayers can't get those kills that they have to get, like the cutoffs. So that's another example. And try to run with a bunch of different people. Don't just settle for one person because you win some games. I've seen so many teams do that, and that's what leads to an early breakup, and it just doesn't work out as a team. Like, set a whole 2 hours aside to play with different people. Like, I'd say 2 hours minimum, to be honest, because everyone can have bad games or bad series. I've seen certain players play horrible one time and then go off against another team. So sometimes that's going to happen. You need to set the same amount of time out, find out what role your team needs to fulfill, and then just kind of talk to your other teammates if you have any existing teammates saying, hey, how did you think he played, or him, what is his pros, his cons, his weaknesses, and his strengths. Did you want to talk about also their history on other teams and maybe even their social media connection?
All right, so you also need to look at, is this person a clan hopper? Have they just joined the team for a month and then left for no reason? And just look and see what their history with other teams have been. Have they done them dirty? Have they sketched? What's been going on with that? Have they been getting dropped a lot? Make sure you look into that. And also their social media. With Black Ops 2 coming out, I think this is going to be a really big game as far as MLG events and other small events like UMG and stuff. And I think that sponsors will really look at that. And something that sponsors like to look at is your social media, such as Twitter. And you can't pick up someone on your team who is always bad-mouthing people on Twitter, using racist comments and just getting into Twitter wars with people. You need to make sure that they're under control with that.
Just because you are an AM team, or even, let's say, a team that just started tomorrow, doesn't mean that sponsors aren't going to be looking for you, because as there's teams that just start tomorrow, there's going to be companies that just start tomorrow equally as well, and they're going to need a team to represent them on their climb to getting as big as obviously they want to get and to match their success levels. So just because you are an AM team, don't think that you can't put together a team, work your way through the top, start beating those pro teams, make a name for yourself, and then show up at events and just dominate and do the same thing. That's how teams are built. You have to work from the ground up, create your team, start winning those games. Even if you're beating other AM teams and you are quote-unquote the top AM team, which I hate seeing that, but if you are the top AM team, then you're going to get recognition, and you're going to eventually start to climb up that ladder to where teams are going to notice you as well as companies. Also, I want to say, don't stack your team full of high-powered Slayers. It doesn't work. And in fact, most times it's not going to work because nobody will pull the flags. I've seen so many pro teams try to put together these teams of just these Slayers that can just kill everything that moves. And yeah, that's awesome because you're just killing everything that moves, but the flag doesn't move either. So you're going to have four down, and it's not really going to matter because that flag's not going to move, or nobody will get the bomb and search and destroy. But I'm pretty sure that's gonna wrap it up. Do you have anything else?
Nope, that's pretty much everything.
All right, guys, this is FoRePLayy and Sharp of Team Envious, and well, I guess we'll say the FoRePLayy gang and here now. So, but all right, take care.
Peace.